Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Now this is one of those YouTube videos again where I'll be giving you a trade breakdown of one of the positions I took on GU today. Now before I do get into the video, I have been getting a lot of feedback from these types of videos where I share a bit about my strategy, and I've been getting a lot of feedback telling me that you guys have been learning a lot and it has been very helpful for your trading. So I definitely do appreciate all of your comments. Now, before we do get into this video, I just want to quickly announce the fact that I will be releasing a nice in-depth course at the end of this month where I'll be teaching my own strategy from A to Z, everything you guys need to know. So this video will just be a little bit of a snippet of what you guys can capitalize off by learning my strategy. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Right now, as always, let me guys show you some proof of me actually executing this trade. So this is one of my clients' 8-cap account. This is the TheFundedTrader challenge that I'm passing for him. So currently, if I just show you the account history, I've only taken 2 trades on his account so far, and we're already up 2.5k. So just in 2 trades alone, I've brought up this client's account 5%. Now we just need 3% more to reach that 8% target, and I'm going to be going over this second trade over here where I made him 2.4k on this trade. So you can see I entered roughly around here, and I caught this whole impulsive move up almost to the top right over here. So let me give you guys a quick breakdown of how I managed to catch this trade. So on the 4-hour time frame, let's get rid of all of these drawings so it makes it a bit easier and we can go over it all together. Right, so on GBP USD, when I did come onto the markets, price was roughly around this area over here. So as you can see, price is forming a nice higher high and higher low formation, so we are in a nice uptrend. This told me that okay, I'm going to be looking for bullish pressure to come into the market and see this impulsive move up. So now it's about identifying the exact level I'm looking to take this trade off, and the level that I identified was roughly around this region over here, which I've highlighted in the gray rectangle box. And we can see once price did come back into this level, it failed to break it. It started respecting this level nicely, as we can see with 1, 2, and 3 rejections off of that level. This then gave me a good indication that we have a high chance we can hold this level. This is where you drop down to the 30-minute time frame, and this is ultimately where I ended up taking my long positions. So on the 30-minute time frame, this is a key area of supply you want to highlight, and I'll color coordinate this by turning it green, so we know this is on the 30-minute time frame. So this is a key level of supply because this is where the first move originated before we got this huge push down. So ultimately, it's very important to know where you are in structure. So on the 30-minute, we are bearish from this high point over here, and this area of supply will cause some issues once price does come into it. And as you can see, ultimately we did get a nice wick rejection near enough that level over here. So once we have identified that this is a major level of supply and we can get some sort of trouble and some sort of resistance at this region when we are buying from here, ultimately it will make sense to also be taking profit within this region. Knowing that, we can then zoom in and start looking at the substructure, and you can see price was then started to form this higher high formation within this overall uptrend. So you can see we've got a nice break of structure, and now the 30-minute is bullish in terms of the substructure over here. So since we know this now is going to be a strong level of demand, we can then also draw out our box region, which we can say roughly, take an average of these wicks and bodies, will be roughly around there. So now we've got 3 confluences to tell us that this level is going to be strong. We've got the daily substructure level right over here in blue, which I will be going over how to draw this more in the strategy. Then we've got this grey box over here, which is the H4 level, which we identified together, as well as the 30-minute level. So you can see this is a very strong level. We have 3 confluences and 3 different time frames, all indicating that this is a strong level of demand or support. So once we know that, we can then start looking at structure and saying, okay, so we've got this shift of structure, and so most likely we are going to hold this level again. Now we're looking for some sort of retracement back down into this area of interest before we can then get a discounted price and see that ultimate push up. So where exactly did I enter? I ended up entering roughly around this region over here. Now there is a bit more detail which indicates why exactly we are going to be entering here, but for the time being we can just simply say, since we've got rejection of this level and we also have this key level right over here, and let's also turn this green. This is a key level because this was ultimately the level we had to break for structure to shift and now become bullish. So we should not be ignoring this level either, because had this level not of broken, we would still be in a downtrend. So this is also significant, as well as this level over here. And so we've identified both of them. You can see once we did get a break above, price was respecting and holding above this sort of level over here, which I like to call around the 50% retracement. If we use the Fibonacci tool over here, we can see roughly around the 50% retracement is where price was holding, and then ultimately it retraced 100% back into this level, which is now telling us, right, price is gathering a lot of volume and we can see a shift in volume occurring. So I ended up taking my trade roughly around over here. My stops were 30 pips, so stops just below these lows over here, and my ultimate target was the top of this range, but I ended up taking profit roughly around over here, which I'll show you guys again on MT4. I ended up taking profit roughly around it because we came near enough that region and I started seeing a depletion in volume over here. Now ultimately you can see it's around 6:30 p.m. and we're getting this ultimate move up. I did not really want to hold through this noise because I was more than happy with that 5% gain I made on the client's account, which is more than halfway to completion of the challenge. So I was more than happy to take the to close the position over here. If I just match it up with what I've actually taken, you can see roughly around here I've entered and I've taken profit near enough the top, and now we're ultimately pushing into this key region over here. I do, however, I'm expecting a further push up because ultimately we are on the 4-hour time frame, and so I want to see these highs and maybe even these highs being broken. But all in all, that's how I broke down the charts and how I ended up taking the trade. In this case, I did take entries on the 30-minute. However, there were opportunities on the 5-minute to be capitalized off as well. But since I wanted to hold more of a bigger push, I ended up taking it on the 30-minute. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, a quick breakdown, and I hope you guys did find this informative. If you did, be sure to drop a comment down below on any other videos you'd like to see, and be sure to subscribe and drop a like if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.